Many men view fingers as simply a foreplay tool. However, when used correctly, they create such powerful pleasure in a woman's body that some women can achieve orgasm with this method alone. Because fingers bend, change the angle, and adjust the pressure, what begins with one finger can eventually expand to two, even three. In short, when used correctly, your fingers become a tool for pleasure more precise, controlled, and unforgettable than anything smooth or hard could ever provide. Today, I'll show you how to use your fingers safely, healthfully, and effectively, guided by medical data. Hello, I'm Dr. Lyra Benton. Welcome to my news channel where I focus on urology and men's health. But when used incorrectly, the situation reverses. Rough, impatient, or rhythmic touches cause discomfort, not pleasure, for a woman. Such an experience not only disrupts the moment, but also creates mental barriers for her future intimacy. The key point is this: learning to use your fingers isn't just a mechanical matter. Understanding a woman's psychology, reading her body language, and fostering a sense of trust are integral to this process. According to data from the American Urological Association (AUA), 70% of women can't achieve orgasm without clitoral stimulation. Furthermore, more than 40% of women say they can achieve orgasm solely through finger play. These statistics alone demonstrate the importance of fingers. Therefore, the issue isn't the size of your penis or your performance time, but how you use your hands. Remember, for a woman to entrust her pleasure to you, trust is essential, followed by technique. If you're ready, let's begin exploring these secrets step by step. Trust, cleanliness, and preparation. The first thing you need to do before touching a woman is to make her feel safe. Extensive research conducted by the European Urological Association indicates that for 70% of women, sexual pleasure comes before trust. In other words, any contact initiated without her consent is not truly pleasurable. A simple question, "Do you want me to touch you here?" It can remove all barriers in a woman's mind. Preparation is not only psychological but also physical. Wash your hands with soap, trim and file your nails. Remove rings, bracelets, or any other accessories that could irritate a woman's sensitive areas during intercourse. Because vaginal tissue is very thin and sensitive, even the slightest scratch can cause pain. Also, always consider using a water-based lubricant. This not only reduces friction but also supports the natural lubrication process of the woman's vagina. According to the American Urological Association, using lubricant reduces the risk of vaginal microtears by up to 50%. Another aspect of preparation is the mental atmosphere. Take your time when communicating with her, make eye contact, and create a warm atmosphere before you begin your touch. When a woman feels valued, she releases her body more easily. This makes your job easier and increases her pleasure exponentially. Ultimately, preparation is the foundation of the entire game. Without trust, every step is incomplete. Think of it like building a building. If the foundation isn't strong, the upper stories will never rise. Warming up and increasing anticipation. A woman's body doesn't turn on and off like a switch. Her arousal is a process, and it begins by spreading throughout her body. Lightly kiss her neck, breathe behind her ear, and caress her shoulders and waist. Then, starting from the outside of her legs, gradually work your way to her inner thighs. You don't need to focus on her vagina just yet on this journey. Even lightly pressing and releasing your palm over her underwear can increase her blood circulation. The goal here is to build anticipation. According to AUA reports, men who spend enough time on foreplay are 40% more likely to achieve orgasm with their partners. This is because increased anticipation and tension cause the blood vessels around the clitoris to dilate and nerve endings to become more sensitive. Reading body language is crucial at this stage. If the woman's breathing quickens, her hips move slightly toward you, or you hear small gasps, you're on the right track. If she remains frozen and motionless, give it a little more time. Because arousal is not only a physical process, but also a mental one. Never view foreplay as a warm-up. It's the greatest fuel for a woman's pleasure. The anticipation you create here will make it easier for her to reach climax later. Clitoris and G-spot techniques. The biggest mistake most men make is directly touching the clitoris. However, the clitoris is the most densely packed area of the body, containing approximately 8,000 nerve endings, twice as many as the penis. Therefore, direct, hard pressure can cause discomfort rather than pleasure. The best way to start is with light, circular strokes around the clitoris. Run your fingertips like feathers, then make small circles. Then try an up and down rhythm or a figure 8. When the woman's breathing quickens, her hips move toward you, and she starts making small sounds, you're in the right place. When lubrication increases sufficiently, the come here movement comes into play. Slowly insert one finger into the vagina and, after advancing 2-3 centimeters, curl it upwards to make a come here motion. The spongy area your finger touches is the G-spot. The rhythmic pressure you apply here creates intense pleasure that spreads in waves through the woman. At this stage, harmonizing with her breathing is very effective. With each inhale, gently press your finger, then relax it with each exhale. This way, you'll be in sync with her body's rhythm. According to EAU research, more than 60% of women stimulated with this technique experience much more intense orgasms. 2 fingers, combinations, and post-orgasm. When the woman is sufficiently ready, she can transition from 1 finger to 2 or even 3. However, this transition should never be rushed. First, establish a rhythm with 1 finger. Then slowly add the 2nd finger. Using 2 fingers together creates a greater feeling of fullness in the vagina. At the same time, gently curl your fingers to apply pressure to the G-spot. One of the most powerful techniques is to rhythmically stimulate the clitoris with 2 fingers inside, while stimulating it externally. This double stimulation increases the likelihood of orgasm in women by up to 80%, according to AUA data. Placing a small pillow under your pelvis can also change the angle, allowing you to more easily reach the G-spot. Small movements and a steady rhythm are crucial here. If she tells you, that's right, keep going, don't change the rhythm. This is where most men make mistakes. A woman becomes very sensitive after orgasm, so don't immediately resume rough touches. To calm her down, stroke her hair, hold her against your chest, or gently massage her thighs. This not only provides physical relaxation, but also strengthens the emotional bond. Give the woman water, give her time, and when she's ready, ask, "What did you like most?" This question will give you valuable clues for your next encounter. For some women, a second wave after orgasm is possible. Resuming vaginal stimulation immediately after a clitoral orgasm can trigger a double orgasm. However, pay attention to the woman's body language at this point. If she pulls away or feels pain, don't continue. Remember, the information I share here is for general health and educational purposes. Every individual's body is different. If your partner experiences pain or discomfort, stop and consult a professional if necessary. Communication, consent, and hygiene are the 3 most important rules of this process. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Take care.